This video is titled Why You Should Start a YouTube Channel. But I do think if you clicked on this video, then maybe there is something you wish you were doing or something you think you should be doing. So whether that is a YouTube channel or whether it's something else. The point of this video and the title of this video is to sort of employ you to think for yourself, as in why you clicked on this video. So that's a very long and probably poorly worded intro, but hopefully that makes sense. And I'll explain myself as the video goes on. Hopefully. In brackets, hopefully. This whole core idea for this video and what I wanted to talk about was this idea that maybe you finish work or uni or wherever you are at the moment and it's fine, your week went fine, but sometimes you just feel like, is this it for me? Is there not anything more for me to do? You know what I mean? All there is work and then relaxing, rest, whatever you want to do. And sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I get that feeling of I should do something else with my time. You know, I should have one more thing to do. Now, before I speak anymore, I'm not a self-help sort of dude or a motivational speaker. Like, you may actually feel less motivated hearing me talk, I'm not going to lie. But this is just me talking from, I guess, my own experiences and what I've observed from the people around me. Okay, now that is done, I have it in my notes here of things to talk about is disclaimer, because I didn't want to be I don't really know the word. Is LARPer the word? I haven't been on Instagram for months. I didn't want to LARP. I feel like a lot of people are scared to start something like YouTube because they're scared of failing publicly. And the version of that which sucks the most is the people you're close with finding out, like your friends or maybe people you go to school with. I don't know if that resonates with anyone else, but I remember growing up and that would just be like the worst fear ever. And I don't know, it's kind of irrational because as long as you're not doing anything crazy online, like really, what is there to make fun of you about? I think it's just part of it. I think it's understandable to have that fear, but I also think it shouldn't outweigh the whole value of starting and doing it. I really don't think the fear of other people knowing or you getting made fun of should be as heavy as the value and what you can get out of it from just doing what you want to do. So at the moment, I'm teaching myself how to drive manual. So I just bought a manual car, so I have to learn how to drive it. And I have my automatic license, so I know the road rules and shit. But I'm scared of stalling, like in a busy intersection or something. But it's not like I'm gonna not learn how to drive manual just because I'm scared of stalling while I'm learning. And that's a really on the nose analogy, I know, but I think it's relevant in this scenario. It's just part of it. And if anything, it's a good lesson in just being mentally strong and not letting embarrassment dictate what you do. Because when you think about it, it's not very cool to get bitched by your own brain. Yeah, I know. I mean, that got a bit loopy there, but I hope that makes sense. Like, it's always worth just trying. I think the main sort of idea I'm trying to touch on is that sometimes it's so easy to just go through the motion. And I feel like this is definitely something I'm learning as of recent, like being out of school and everything, is that once you hit your 20s, time just starts ticking. It's, I'm not saying it's all over when you're 30, but like it just puts it into perspective, I think. It really is a little bit of a shame to go through your whole life, through your 20s, just doing the bare minimum. I don't know. And it's not like you have to be working to run a marathon or anything. It's more just about doing something for you. So what would you enjoy? Just think about what you want to do and try and allocate some of your energy into doing that. And it's so easy to just move along through your week and let one week go by, another week go by. And I think it's so easy because you're not actually doing anything negative. You know what I mean? Your brain, hopefully, would pick up if you were just rutting for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's that in-between where you are doing pretty well. Maybe you've got a job and maybe you're working full weeks. And like, as someone who's done that, there definitely just becomes this feeling of, I don't know, should I be doing more? And it doesn't mean more work or working harder. It's just not settling for that bare minimum of work, go home, rot, go to work, etc. And I feel like I need to constantly be prefacing all of this with no one's expecting you to be like the business gurus on Instagram who have a 6 mil business by the age of 15. No one's expecting that. And that's also not what I'm saying at all. Okay, I've got analogy number 2 now. So what I wanted to bring up was the other day and I don't want to be corny about this, but I was taking like a short walk/hike up a mountain that's near my house, and I had no real plan to get to the top. I was just sort of aimlessly walking up the track, and at this point the sun was sort of close to setting, so I looked for a path down, so there was a second path, if that makes sense, that I knew would take me down, and I was walking on it for about 5 minutes or so, and I was sort of looking around, and it was taking me over the backside of the mountain down, and it would loop up to where I started, and I was sort of just like, this is just shit. Like, I'm on the dark side of the mountain. It's all dark now, and I was looking over the back of the mountain and the sun was on the other side. I was just walking up, and I was like, well, I've fucking stooged myself a little bit here. Like, what's to go there? And I was like, no, fuck it. So I turned around and I walked, like, pace walk 5 minutes back up the track, and then was like, no, I'm going to the top. So I walked all the way to the top, made it in time for sunset, and it was so beautiful. It was so nice. I was so happy I did it. And that sort of clarified this whole idea for me, that I was like, I could have just walked back down and that would have been fine. I probably would have enjoyed my day, whatever. But I was like, no, I'm going to walk to the top. And I felt 10 times better than I know I would have if I had have just walked down the friggin' dark, spooky trail. I know that sounds like a Bible chapter, that story, but I don't know. It felt relevant to this. I don't think I need to really explain that much more, or this video. I think it should just sort of speak for itself, but if you're still watching, I think you get the point. That, or you're just like majorly confused, which is cool too. But either way, thank you for watching. Yeah, take care. Hope you enjoyed the music.